your first time driving an excavator?
Yes, it's the first time I've ever operated an excavator. Never done that before.
Keys for the machine are here, right? Do you know where they are, Mike?
Negative.
Brad could drag it around with his airboat.
Mr. Ferris,
How are you?
I'm on the right side of the dirt, sir. How you doing?
Doing great.
Think we get up to move, huh?
Yep.
Mike, did you want to stand up here or you just watch?
It doesn't matter. Whatever. I'll climb up there with you.
Don't take too long. I'll just start firing stuff off in here.
Go ahead. Fire it off.
I'll just wait till you get up. So, on your right-hand side, there's a key down there.
Okay.
Just put it in the middle until it beeps and then it stops.
Okay.
And then turn it all the way till it starts. Just hold it. Back up. There you go.
Got it.
And then right above that, there's a dial right next to the key. Yep.
This one?
Turn that bottom. Yep.
Oh, turtle to rabbit.
Yep. All
Hang
the way.
on, Mike. I'm hitting the rabbit.
Hold on, computer.
Yeah, it won't go anywhere. All the way to the right.
We moved here from Jupiter, Bob and I did, in 1993, and physically built our house ourselves. Bob grew up on the lake. My husband grew up on the lake, fishing. He's out there almost every day now fishing. I ended up quitting my job when we moved out here. That didn't last very long because I got bored. And I also decided to get involved in the community. It is a very small town. Everybody knows everybody for the most part. And being able to serve this community as a public servant has been it's both been a joy and there's a level of frustration involved in it as well. So it's been a combination of those things. Serving as a county commissioner has been interesting. There are days that I love everything about the work that I do, and there are days that I can't wait for it to get over so I can just start over the next day. But being a public servant has offered me a lot of opportunities that I otherwise wouldn't have had, one of which has been learning about aquaculture in the company, learning about the project that you have going on out here on the lake, getting to meet Nick, Mike, and this is one of the good days. But it's also can be a frustrating day too, because of seeing what could be happening, especially with the projects that are going on. And having to face the harsh reality that what needs to be done is not on the same radar as your company and the people that are putting everything into this. The life of the lake, it's the lifeblood of every community that's around it. The lake is alive. I'd like to see it stay that way. I had spent some time about a year ago, maybe a little longer than that, down in the Everglades, and my husband was with me that day. And we were out on the airboats, and when we came back in and we were heading back home, I told him, I said, you know, it's kind of sad, but we see more waterfowl in our yard on our property at home than what we saw in the Everglades today. And that came back to me today when we were riding around out there, because there's still a lot of life on this lake, and I see the waterfowl that are out there, and I can't help but wonder if a blind eye continues to be turned to the needs of this lake. Are we going to get to where we're in the same situation as what we saw down in the Everglades, with its, you know, slowly dying off? So that's a big concern for me. Like I said, my husband grew up on this lake, and so he's seen a lot of the changes. And it's not too late if we can get the right people to put the right focus where it belongs. And Mike and I had this conversation too while we were out there today. You have to wonder, when everybody recognizes what the issue is and then chooses not to step up and help out, there's never a good excuse for that. And at the county level, I know that, you know, our board stepped up and we passed a resolution in favor of a lot of the work that's going on out here. We're doing that on the one hand. On the other hand, we're battling, you know, the LOSM and the lake levels and all of that that's going on, that people are consistently saying this is not what's right for the lake. And that you get to a point where you wonder, how much do you have to keep going at this, and how many opinions do you need to continue to have support what you want to see happen before something takes place? And it's, you know, Mike was talking about how government is broken, and there was a particular congressman who one of his staff took offense at him making that statement. But it is broken when we have to jump through all the hoops that we have to jump through. It's like you have to prove that you've got staying power. You have to prove that you're going to be annoying enough and be that burr that continues to keep showing up under the saddle. And you wonder, are they just kind of hoping people are going to give up and go away? But some of us aren't going to give up and go away. You don't have to be in public office, obviously, to do what's right and to be that voice. And that's what I'm hoping to help Mike with, is to help be part of that voice. Well, the technology is beyond my comprehension sometimes. Just the ingenuity behind it is amazing. What you guys have been able to put together on ideas and shoestring budget is just been wonderful to come in and have what I think is an awesome solution to some of the water quality issues that are going on. It's so simplistic on the one hand, and could so easily be utilized on a larger scale than what it is being utilized, I think. And I just, you know, Mike and I were talking about making sure that when you get invested in something, that you always have people that are smarter than you to keep doing the legwork that needs to be done. And I think that's what is going on with aquaculture. You know, there's some really smart people that are involved in this and taking it just to the next level all the time. So I've got a couple more years left in office. My term is up in 2024. I'm not running for public office again because I feel that there are ways to continue to serve your community effectively without having to be in office. In fact, I had, between my school board term and my county commission term, I had 4 years of a break in there and was able to get more heavily involved in some of the activities in the community because I didn't have that distraction of having to meet other, obligations, being an elected official. And so my plans are to help with what I think, as Mike put it, is a preordained mission. And anything I can do to help with that mission, I'm certainly willing to step up. And I don't need to be in the forefront. And if it's something that I really believe in, which I do believe in the health of this lake, and I believe that there are things that we can do to continue to improve the health of this lake, then I'm all behind doing what I can and helping be that voice. And I won't have the elected office position behind me anymore, but you know what, sometimes it's better that way.